It started with a sound, a low, broken tone leaking through the walls. Then the broadcast played. No warning, no source. Just a voice, and it said my name, not the name I tell strangers. The name my mother whispered the night she died. Since then, nothing feels real. My reflection twitches when I'm still. There's someone pacing inside my walls. Every night, the window fogs from breathing I can't hear. Sometimes I catch myself answering back, not out loud, not yet, but soon. If you're hearing this, it means you haven't answered. Good, good. Follow these tips. All of them. Don't think, don't hesitate, don't listen too long. Because once it knows your name, you don't get to stay yourself. You just wear the shape a little while longer. And when you finally speak back, it'll be your voice telling the next person what to do. Tip 1. Do not watch the broadcast in full. You'll hear the tone first, that sick, warbled sound like a record melting under the sun. It's a warning, or maybe it's a dare. Either way, the second the screen flashes, you need to move your ass. Fast. Don't sit there squinting at the text. Don't think, maybe it's just an Amber Alert. It's not. It's not. It starts normal, sure. Emergency this, weather that. You'll think you've seen it before. But then you'll catch it. The flicker in the corner of your eye. The way the words shift when you're not looking directly at them. The way the voice drags your name out slow, like it's tasting it. I didn't turn it off fast enough the first time. I stood there like a goddamn idiot, staring at the screen while my coffee boiled over, and the voice kept getting happier, more sure of itself. It said my name twice before I moved. Twice. I slammed the power button, pulled the plug, threw the whole TV face first onto the floor. Didn't matter. 5 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. Good morning, Adam. We're watching. When I blinked, the message rewrote itself. You're watching too. It's not just seeing the broadcast that screws you. It's watching it long enough that it watches you back. My neighbor, Pete, wasn't so lucky. I found him 2 days later, hunched over in front of his flat screen, slack-jawed and drooling. The broadcast was long over. The TV wasn't even plugged in anymore. He just sat there, staring at the black screen like it was still talking to him. When I tried to pull him away, his neck cracked sideways like a broken action figure. He smiled at me, but it wasn't Pete's smile. It was like someone had copied what a smile should look like and pasted it on his face with glue. He's still in there, I think, somewhere, waiting for someone else to sit down beside him. So here's your first rule, clear as I can make it. When the broadcast starts, you fucking run. Mute it, smash it, close your eyes if you have to. You don't want to see what it really looks like when it notices you're watching. Trust me, you don't. Tip 2, kill the sound first, not the screen. Listen carefully. The screen is bait. The sound is the hook in your brain. Your instincts will scream, "Turn off the screen." Don't. It's already too late if you hear it humming. You have to kill the sound first. Mute button, if you're lucky, sure. But these days, the mute button's just a polite suggestion. Mine was. I muted the TV the first night. Felt proud of myself, too. Like I'd outsmarted it. Then the screen went black, and I heard it whispering behind my fucking teeth. It wasn't the voice from the broadcast anymore. It was my father's voice, calm and patient, like when he used to check under my bed for monsters. Except now I was the thing under the bed. He said, "Come on, sport. It's time to go outside." That would have been cute if my father hadn't been dead for 15 years. Here's the sick part. The mute didn't save me. It just made it work harder. The signal can bleed through anything. Walls, floors, water pipes, the goddamn fillings in your teeth if it wants to. If you let it keep talking, it finds new ways to slip inside you. My neighbor 2 doors down, Mrs. Hanley, sweet old lady, 80 years if she was a day. She muted her TV too. And then she started humming, over and over, same 4 notes. By the time anyone checked on her, she'd carved those notes into the walls, into her arms, into her face, just rows of music notes, deep and bleeding, and that goddamn tune still whistling through her torn-up mouth. Cute, right? Like a little nursery rhyme to die to. So no, muting isn't enough. If the sound starts, kill the machine, smash your TV, rip the speakers out of your car, smother your goddamn radio with a pillow like you're putting down a rabid dog. And if you hear it through the walls or through something you can't smash, you run. You run so fast you leave your shoes behind. Because the sound isn't just calling you, it's building you into something else. 1 syllable at a time. Tip 3, destroy every smart device you own. You think muting the TV is enough? Cute. You think smashing the TV is enough? Even cuter. Here's the real horror. The broadcast doesn't need a screen anymore. It just needs anything that ever touched the internet. Anything that ever listened, ever waited for you to say, "Hey Siri," or "Alexa," or "Okay Google." Anything that ever asked for an update you blindly approved at 2 a.m. while half asleep and drooling on yourself. Those things aren't your tools anymore. They're speakers, they're mouths. I learned that the hard way. After I smashed the TV, after I ripped the speaker cables out of the walls, I sat there thinking I was safe, patting myself on the back, bleeding from my fingertips, laughing like a lunatic. Then my smartwatch, stuffed in a sock drawer upstairs, buzzed just once. A tiny little tremor against the wood. When I opened the drawer, the screen was cracked and black, but the speaker hissed out something anyway. Soft, garbled, hungry. It said, "There you are." I threw the whole dresser out the goddamn window. Didn't even hesitate. Next, the fucking fridge. Yeah, my smart fridge started blinking a red warning light I'd never seen before. Opened the door, expecting busted cooling or whatever. Number inside was a message printed letter by letter in the frost. Let us in. Ever scream so loud you scare yourself? Yeah, so I went room to room. Phone, gone. Laptop, gone. Microwave, hammered until the sparks stopped. Router, oh, the router was the worst, because the router didn't scream. It begged. The LEDs blinked a pattern, Morse code maybe, or maybe just some ancient, hungry language I wasn't meant to understand. It blinked Adam over and over, my real name, my private name, the one only one other person had ever known, and she'd been dead for years. So listen to me. If it connects, it infects. I don't care if it's your phone, your smart thermostat, your fancy Bluetooth coffee pot that sings to you every morning. Smash it. Don't unplug it. Don't turn it off. Kill it. Treat every screen, every speaker, every smart device like it's a loaded gun jammed in your mouth. Because if you don't, the next voice you hear whispering your name from your kitchen drawer could be the last thing you hear. Tip 4. Stay the hell away from reflections. You think smashing your phone will save you? You think ditching your TV makes you safe? That's adorable. Here's the real kicker. It doesn't even need tech anymore. Not when it can use you against yourself. It starts with the mirrors. You'll catch it when you're too tired to think straight. When you stumble past the bathroom door at 3 a.m. and you glance, just glance, at the mirror. At first you'll swear it's nothing. Just your own shitty, sleep-starved face blinking back at you. But then you'll notice it. The way your reflection lingers half a second longer than you move. The way it smiles when you're not smiling. First time I saw it, I threw my toothbrush at the mirror so hard it cracked right down the middle. You know what I saw through the crack? Not me. Something was crawling through my reflection. Fast, sharp, all elbows and teeth and too many fingers. I taped up every mirror after that. Windows too. Car mirrors, microwave door, kitchen faucet, even goddamn puddles outside when it rained. You ever tried running past a puddle without looking into it? You will. You will. Because reflections aren't just mirrors anymore. They're openings. And the worst part? The thing inside the reflections remembers what you look like better than you do. It fixes your mistakes. It smooths out your little flaws. It builds the better version of you. The version that smiles just a little too wide. The version that blinks just half a second too slow. The version that still stands there long after you've walked away. Hell, maybe it's an improvement. Maybe it smiles because it's free. One night, just for a second, I waved at it. It waved back with the wrong hand, like a kid who didn't understand the rules of the game. That's when I realized it's not copying you. It's practicing, getting better, getting closer. So here's the only advice that matters now. If you see your reflection move wrong, don't stare, don't think, don't scream. Run. Cover every surface that shines, smash what you can, and never, never look yourself in the eyes again, because if you do, you won't be the one blinking back. Tip 5. Trust only analog devices, and even then, barely. After the screens turned against me, after the mirrors started smiling back, I thought I was smart. I thought I was clever. I went analog. No more Wi-Fi. No more Bluetooth. No more firmware updates sneaking into my bloodstream at night. Old flashlight, wound by hand. Old map, folded 12 wrong ways, torn at the creases. Old ham radio, dusty and dead silent on the shelf. I thought, good, I'm free. I'm smarter than this thing. I even laughed out loud. How fucking stupid can you be? You can kill the connection. You can kill the screen. You can't kill the echo. First it was the radio. Crank-powered, ancient, tuned to dead air. Except it wasn't dead anymore. One night, while I was winding it, slow, steady, I heard something breathing through the static. Not talking, just breathing. Thick, ragged, wet breaths, like someone dying slow on the other end. I dropped the thing immediately, let it spin out on the floor. Didn't matter, the sound kept coming. No power, no signal. It still found a way. The static rose and fell with my heartbeat, beat for beat, matching me. And when I sped up, terrified, panting, the breathing on the radio laughed. You know that gut drop feeling when you realize the monster under the bed doesn't have to crawl out to get you? It's already inside the bed frame, inside the goddamn mattress. Yeah, analog isn't safe. It's just slower, a little more time, a little more room to breathe, until it figures out how to crawl through the gaps in the wires and the dust. I burned the radio that night, smashed the crank so hard it sent screws bouncing across the floor. The thing screamed when it broke, real scream, human, high and broken and furious. I left it burning in the bathtub for 2 days. Smelled like melted copper and burnt hair and something worse. So yeah, use analog. Use it. Because you don't have a fucking choice. But never trust it. If you hear something breathing through the static, if the map starts bleeding new streets you've never seen, if your flashlight flickers in Morse code, don't second guess it. Don't check twice. Kill it. Burn it. Run. Because the old ways can rot just like the new. And if you think they won't, maybe you're already too far gone to hear the difference. Tip 6. Never speak your name aloud. You think you know who you are. You think your name belongs to you. It doesn't. Not anymore. The first time the broadcast said my name, I felt it. Not heard. Felt. Like a hook digging under my skin, tugging something loose inside my rib cage. Ever since, it's been waiting for me to screw up, to say it, to claim it, to offer it back. Names are bindings, old magic, older than broadcasts and radio towers and whatever rotten little god rides the static now. If you say your name after hearing it from the signal, even once, you're done. It doesn't matter if you scream it in rage or whisper it in fear or even mutter it by accident when you stub your toe and cuss yourself out. The signal hears it, and when it does, it finishes what it started. I almost slipped the second night, stubbed my toe on the kitchen table in the dark, nearly yelped it out, just a reflex, like shouting your own name would somehow make it less painful. Caught myself mid-breath, bit down so hard on my lip I tasted blood. Smart, right? Saved myself, right? Except the mirror on the microwave finished the job for me. Fogged over, and there it was, written backwards, scrawled in greasy condensation. Adam. Only I didn't write it. And I didn't say it. It wanted me to finish it, to claim it, like bait on a hook, still twitching. After that, I stopped thinking it altogether. Not just my full name, any name. I became, hey you. I became a grunt, a curse word, a hollow thing. Because every time you think your name, it sharpens it, tightens it, polishes the blade. Mrs. Hanley didn't make it. You remember her, the one humming herself raw? She slipped too, sang herself a little lullaby with her own name in it, over and over, like a damn nursery rhyme. They found her 2 days later, smiling wide, with no face left, just smooth skin, stretched like wet paper over bone, like the name had been peeled off her. Still humming, though, through a mouth that wasn't there anymore. Cute, right? So here's your warning. Don't say it. Don't write it. Don't think it. Don't even let the shape of it brush the inside of your skull. Your name is the last nail in your coffin. And the hammer is already swinging. Tip 7. Don't trust anyone who mentions the broadcast. Let's get something straight. You're not safe. You're not in this together. And nobody's coming to help. The moment someone mentions the broadcast first, you have to assume one thing. They're already compromised. You might hear them through the door. Your mom, your sister, your best friend since 3rd grade. They'll use voices you know, stories you recognize, smells, memories, little details only someone close would know. That's how it gets you. It wears them like old clothes. I learned this the hard way. 3rd night in, I hear a knock. 3 soft taps. I peek out the peephole and nearly collapse from relief. It's my brother, wearing that ratty college hoodie he never took off, even when it smelled like swamp ass and Doritos. He smiles. He waves. He says, "Adam, you forgot your phone. Don't worry, I brought it for you." Only problem? I didn't have a phone anymore. Smashed it 2 nights earlier, threw it into a storm drain with a brick tied to it like I was dumping a goddamn body. So how the hell was he holding it? He kept knocking, kept smiling. At one point he leaned closer to the door and whispered, "Let me in. It's cold out here." Only it wasn't cold. It was 80 goddamn degrees. Sweat running down my back. No breeze. Heat pressing against the windows like a hand. That's when it hit me. It wasn't my brother. It wasn't even close. It was just a meat suit, stitched together from memory and grief. And it knew I wanted to believe it. That was the worst part. For 1 second, one stupid, weak, human second, I almost opened the door anyway, just to not be alone anymore. Mrs. Hanley didn't hesitate. When her husband knocked, she opened the door, smiling. A few minutes later, she was dragging something that looked like him into the basement. I still hear the thumping sometimes, late at night. Sounds like she's building something. So here's the rule. If someone talks about the broadcast first, without you mentioning it, if they seem a little too calm, if they smile just a little too wide, it's not them. It never was. And if they say your name, run. Run like hell, because the second you answer back, you're already dead. You just haven't figured it out yet. Tip 8. Burn anything that tries to talk to you. You think you're safe if you stay off the screens, if you don't answer the door, if you keep your mouth shut and your head down. You're wrong. It'll find another way, a simpler way, through words, written, carved, printed, scribbled in blood or ink or goddamn crayon. It doesn't matter. Words are doorways now. The first time I noticed it, I found a flyer under my door. No logo, no number, no address. Just a single line, bold and clean. Answer when called. Cute, right? Looks almost like a church invite. Almost like something a neighbor would leave if they thought you needed saving. Almost. I burned it immediately. Didn't even blink. Next day, I found another, taped to my window from the outside. Answer when called. Same font, same spacing. Only this time, at the bottom, in tiny letters, so small I had to squint to read them, it said, "We miss you, Adam." Yeah, that part wasn't printed. It was written. In my own goddamn handwriting. I hadn't held a pen in days. After that, it got bolder. A fortune cookie left on my doorstep. I don't order Chinese food. I live on beef jerky and canned beans now, like a proper lunatic. I cracked it open anyway, stupid curiosity pulling my fingers apart. Inside, no lucky numbers. No, your future is bright. Just one sentence. Your name is the password. I smashed it under my boot and burned the crumbs. Next morning, my bathroom mirror was fogged again. A new message. Speak and be free. Same handwriting, but this time it was breathing as I read it. The words expanding and contracting like lungs. You ever watch words breathe? You ever watch a sentence try to crawl off a wall toward you? You will. If you find a note, a flyer, a message, anything that you didn't write yourself, burn it. Don't read it twice. Don't memorize it. Don't say it out loud. Words are seeds now. You read them. You water them. You say them. You plant them. You believe them, you feed them, and sooner or later, they'll bloom inside you, and whatever crawls out of your mouth next won't be your voice anymore. Tip 9, block every window, even the ones inside. You smashed your phone, you burned the letters, you stopped saying your name. Good for you, gold star. But did you forget the windows? Not just the big ones facing the street, every piece of glass, every shiny surface that can catch your face in it, even for a split second. Their doorways, too. The first window that betrayed me was in the laundry room. Little thing, frosted glass, high up. I forgot it even existed. I was folding a shirt when I caught movement in the corner of my eye. Looked up. There was someone standing on the other side, close enough that their breath fogged the glass, close enough that I could see their smile stretching too wide, cracking at the corners. I live on the 3rd floor. No balcony, no fire escape, no fucking way. I taped that window up, top to bottom, trash bags, duct tape, heavy blankets, triple layers. Still, some nights I hear the tapping, soft, gentle, patient, like they know I'm still inside, like they're just waiting for me to slip up. Later, it wasn't just windows. Microwave door, fridge handle, glossy picture frames, puddles after the rain, reflections everywhere, watching, waiting, the scariest part. Sometimes when the light catches just right, you'll see someone inside the reflection that isn't you. They won't move when you move. They won't blink when you blink. They'll just stand there, smiling. Or worse, they'll start doing things you haven't done yet. Reaching, opening, answering, like they're living forward while you're still stuck here, rotting backward. One night, I saw my reflection open the front door, wide and slow. I bolted for the actual door to lock it, already locked, deadbolted, barred. But in the reflection, it stayed wide open, and something dark was slithering through the gap, coiling around my other self's feet. That's when I stopped trusting my own goddamn house. So listen to me. Blackout curtains, trash bags, aluminum foil, duct tape, bed sheets. I don't care if you live like a hoarder swallowed by garbage bags. Cover every inch of glass, every surface that can throw your face back at you. Even cracked mirrors, even dusty windows you think aren't reflective enough. Because the thing looking in at you, it's not locked out. It's waiting for you to unlock yourself. Tip 10. When it speaks your name again, don't answer. The first time it says your name, it's calling you, inviting you, waving a little black flag just to see if you'll notice. The second time, it's claiming you. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter how many walls, locks, tarps, prayers you have stacked between you and it. When it speaks your name again, it's standing right next to you, smiling, waiting. The first time it happened to me, I was hiding in the crawl space behind the walls, pitch dark, breathless, clutching a kitchen knife like that was gonna save me. And I heard it, not outside, not through a device. Inside my head, a soft whisper, peeling open my thoughts like a knife through warm fruit. Adam. I squeezed my eyes shut so hard, It felt like my skull would split, biting down on my knuckles until I tasted blood. It said it again. Adam, we see you now. Same voice my mother used when she tucked me in as a kid. Soft, loving, final. I wanted to scream, wanted to answer, wanted to tell it to fuck off. But that's the trick. It doesn't need you to agree. It just needs you to acknowledge it. One word, one grunt, one sob, and anything at all, and you're done. Because the second you answer, you're not resisting anymore. You're inviting. You become a new doorway, and something comes through. Something using your face, your voice, your memories, your smile, but not your soul. That's already hollowed out like a pumpkin left to rot on the porch. That's how Pete went. Remember Pete? Slouched in front of the TV. He answered, said, "Who's there?" Just once. The thing that climbed out of him wasn't Pete anymore. It was a sketch of Pete drawn by blind fingers. It still wears him, but it doesn't know how to walk right, doesn't know how to talk without drooling blood down its shirt. It wanders the halls at night, whispering to the walls, trying to find new names to learn. So here's the final rule. When it says your name again, don't answer, don't argue, don't beg, don't whisper, don't even think the words. Hold your breath if you have to. Bite your own tongue if you have to. Rip your own damn throat out if you have to. Because if you answer it, the next voice your friends hear won't be yours anymore. It'll just be another mouth for the signal to wear. And it's always hungry for more. If you're still listening, if you're still you, then maybe you have a chance. Maybe, but not much of one. The static's louder now, leaking through the walls. The floorboards hum when I breathe. The air tastes like iron and electricity. And my reflection, it's not standing still anymore. It's waving at me, smiling bigger, mouthing my name over and over and over, like it's been waiting for me to finally crack. Maybe I already have. Sometimes when I'm not paying attention, I catch myself mouthing it back, silent, unthinking. Adam, Adam, Adam. That's not my name anymore. Not really. I can hear the voices outside, knocking on the door, tapping on the windows, scratching under the floorboards, like rats with human fingers. They're calling me home. It would be so easy. Just open the door. Just say it. Just let it in. But I won't. I won't. Not yet. This recording is the last thing I'll ever say as myself. I leave it here for you, whoever you are, wherever you are. Follow the rules. Stay blind. Stay deaf. Stay nameless. Because once you listen, once you speak, once you answer, you don't disappear. You just become another mouth, another mirror, another signal looking for the next fool to pick up the call. And trust me, the static never stops calling.